I wasn't kidding in the last lift kit video for the Suburban. The flatbed is next. The time has come. I've got a used 4-inch kit to put on it here, and that's what we're gonna do. So I bought this thing last summer. This was a local, ranch truck its whole life. I've known about it a long time, so it was cool to buy it, make it my own, and I've bought it to be my winter beater, and that's what it's been. I didn't really have the best luck right off the bat with it though, as you guys can see here. That's not good. I think this old small block 400 is calling it quits. Trying to limp it home. I was heading up the hill to go grab some more junk and got into it going up the first grade, and all of a sudden she started clattering and missing and making all sorts of noise, and sounds like a pretty severe rod knock. I think the old 400 is throwing in the towel. So no problem though. Big Red to the rescue, and we'll get up the hill, and this old girl never lets me down. Go grab that shit and head on back down. Gotta plan out a new motor for the flatbed. We'll see what we come up with. So I put another small block in it. I got a nice 350 that was didn't have a whole lot of miles since the rebuild, and it ran good. Truck I pulled it out of and put it in here, and it's been good. Worked out a lot of other kinks and fixed a lot of little things on it and stuff, and I'm just ready now to put a little more effort towards it. I want to, now I'm not, daily driving it, relying on it, every single day, I can kind of tear it apart and fix a few things on it. I want to put some boxes underneath the bed on this side. I want to do a couple mods on the back bumper area to kind of make it flow better and not look so janky. And like I say, do this lift kit. This sit and stock is just a thorn in my side, and I've trudged through it all winter, and I want to get this thing sitting up higher, have a little more attitude and altitude, get some 35s underneath of it, and get looking at its part. Just the Chevys, they sat low from the factory, and they actually engineered them that way and did it on purpose. Chevy had married transfer cases before anybody else, and they, hunkered the bodies down over the frame, and they got them, sitting as low as possible, and basically engineered them that way, and then marketed them, bragging about it, saying, hey, our trucks are 4 to 5 inches lower than the leading competitor, which would have been Ford at the time, and they had high boys, which everybody knows and loves, and they're great. Those trucks sat up big and tall and mighty, and really it was just one of the things, main reasons why, was because of divorce transfer cases and the way the drivetrain was set up. So they had those big old giant, high-riding Ford. Chevy's over at the lot across the street bragging, saying, hey, our 4-wheel drives are way easier to get into. They're not this big old clumsy thing. Your wife can drive this. And Chevy was putting automatics, power steering, disc brakes, and a lot more creature comforts in their 4-wheel drives several years before any leading competitor was. So trying to make these 4-wheel drives as much of an easy driving truck as possible and making them low, right from the factory was one of the easiest ways to do that. And so they did it that way for a long time, and all the way through up into the 80s and 90s into today, and Ford, it wasn't until, you see, they followed suit, 78, 79, when they started to get rid of the high boy, and they do the, Ford guys are going to hop in the comments now and tell me I'm wrong. And that's okay. I only know about one thing, and it's just these. I know minimal about the rest of the stuff. I think it was, 77, 8, 9, they got rid of the high boy, and because they had married transfer cases, and they started sitting lower and lower, and, kind of more like the Chevys did. So you'll see people putting lift kits on those Fords, because, well, they need them to look cool. Well, you got to put lift kit on one of these body style Chevys, too, because it needs it to look cool. But the old high boy Fords, shit, those fit 35 stock. So we're going to make this a high boy Chevy, and put a 4-inch and 35s on it, so it looks like a tough old 4-wheel drive truck. Even though we know it already is, we're gonna make it look even a little bit better. So here's what I sourced for it. I've got some used old 4-inch springs, thanks to JF. I got them from him up there in Canada, and they need bushings, but I've got a set kicking around that need a good home, so this will be perfect. I've already got the bushings for them, and this thing actually has shocks that are too long on it because we had lying around. So the shocks are going to work just fine. I did want to keep this 1-ton leaf pack in here. I'm just going to run blocks for this moment in time. This rear spring pack is beef, and I've hauled heavyweight with this thing, and it just doesn't even care. So I kind of want to keep those springs and run the blocks that I've ordered. But if I can't get it to sit level, I might end up using those 4-inch or 6-inch springs in the back. I think I might take the 6 inches to make it sit level. I think what they did with this truck was they were putting it together. He kind of told me, actually, and they put the flatbed on, and it squatted the truck because that flatbed is so heavy, and they just ran it like that, never fixed it. Getting it to sit level with those springs might be a little bit of difficulty, so if it ends up being that way, I'll use those other rear springs I've got and get this thing sitting correct and level. And it might take the 6 inches in the back to make it sit level with the 4 inches in the front, but we'll play around with it. We'll get it there. But for now, we're just gonna stick in the front springs and tackle that part of this project. Got on some jack stands. I'm gonna go over every single thing that has to come apart. Get it sprayed with some penetrant. I'm not trying to just bust this one out. This one's gonna be an after work, you know, when I have the time kind of thing. It'll probably take me a week or so to get this done. Working on an after work an hour here, you know, there. And I'm waiting on those blocks. So the rear at least is gonna take a minute, but that's okay. Gives us time. Come on. There we go. Gives us time to soak everything up here and just makes it easier for it to come apart. So yeah, everything drenched in a little WD and whatever else I got sitting there in the shop on the shelf. This can's about out. And hopefully makes it a little easier. It will make it a little easier to get all this rusty stuff apart. I already did a new steering arm on it this last fall. I actually put a 1-inch block on it on this side, 0 rate. I know, blocks in the front are bad. This is actually spring pack. It's off-road design 0 rate. It is tied into the spring. It's bolted into it, so it can't slip out or move. It is part of the spring pack. To make it sit level, because it had a terrible lean off to one side. I mean, this thing was just drooping. And what it was from was they were feeding cows with this thing constantly, and they always had a bale on this one side. They would load heavy so they could just tip it over off this one side the way they fed, and it sacked out the suspension, and so this whole side of the truck is going over like this. So gosh, it's just you know, I just get this thing sitting level and sitting right has always been something I wanted to do, and it's nice to be doing it here. So that was kind of a little band-aid to get it sitting. And it still has a little bit of droop to this side because they re-arched the springs and then they sacked this one out, and so that one's sitting healthy over there. This one's sitting, you know, all shitty over here. And I think they made this one a little long too. I don't know. You know, it's a 50-year-old farm truck. You can't just tell everything by looking at it. Sometimes it's got secrets and stories and things about it that, you know, only it can know. But we'll get some new front springs and possibly new rear springs here on it and get it sitting right. It needs ball joints. This side isn't so bad, but the other side, I think I can literally show you guys the play it has. That's going to be a, oh, you can't see it, you can hear it. There it is. That's not going to happen right now, though. That'll happen probably later this fall. We'll get it back in the shop before I'm really relying on it daily again, and I'll get some new U-joints in it, because those two, they're all really dry and they're not taking grease. They're just falling apart. And ball joints, but that will be next time. We'll do a video on that. I apologize in advance. It's a little windy out today, so I'm going to keep the video short and sweet. I'm just doing some bushings here on these front springs before putting them in. So I'm getting the old ones out, and that's no problem on these ones. Can be kind of a turd sometimes, but these guys never even installed sleeves with these bushings on the last truck they were on. So the bushings are loose and worn out and wobbled out and just come right out. So I'll get some grease and get these new ones installed. Get these ready to be put in. All right, so I'm scheming, trying to put together a decent set of wheels and tires for this thing, and I've come up with a plan. So I did some horse trading with my buddy Joe, and I got these slot mags from him, and they're just 8 1/4 wide, so they're skinny. There's not a lot of offset on them. They've got 35, 12.5, 16.5 old wild countries on them, but 2 of them are shot. They got holes, you know, punctures in the sidewall from basically sitting flat so long on the truck they were on. So if these tires are no good, and they were getting pretty bald anyways. I've got a little plan though. We're not gonna do 35s, we're gonna do some 37s. We've got some kicking around. We've got these military 37s that Fred and I picked up when we went on that trip over on the coast. I got these thrown on the deal with the trucks, and they're actually in pretty good shape. They've been ran a little bit, but they've still got tons of tread on them, and they're not dry really at all. They sat in the shade, so they're not all dry rotted or, you know, falling apart quite yet. So these will be great for the flatbed. They're a little big for a 4-inch lift. I mean, these are 37s, and usually rule of thumb is, you know, you do a 4-inch and 35 is the max you can fit. But with those skinny slots, they don't have a ton of offset. That'll help out with, you know, squeezing the bigger tire on there, you know, keeping it more in board. And then, of course, with it being a flatbed on the back, there's tons of extra clearance in the back because there's no, you know, bed or wheel well, you know, wrapping around the tire on the back of the truck. So I've been cleaning those tires up. I'm gonna go in and have these 35s busted off of these slot mags and clean the wheels up a little bit and have a 37s put on them. Kind of throwing together just a bunch of old junk here, but hey, it fits. It's what the truck is worthy of. And I'll be on some big tires for, well, a couple $100 and a little bit of elbow grease and time and effort. So, okay, 37s, 4-inch lift on a 71 flatbed. All right, so I got the new bushings and the springs. Got my steering unhooked here because we're gonna be doing a steering lift arm. And I'm gonna get this old spring out of the way and get this new lift spring in. All right, I've got the front springs in. They're looking their part. It's got it jacked up now here in the front. And check this out. That's the ride height. It's sitting on the ground. Big old 37 squeezed on there. Looks sick. This is the look we were going for. A lot meatier, a lot chunkier than it was before. So this is where we're gonna have a little clearance issues once it turns just real close to that. So we might do a little tappy and make this fit. Because this is my beater. I just I don't really care. You know, we're squeezing too big of tires on it, but they're what I had lying around, and it looks cool, and they're nearly gonna fit. The skinny slot mags, like I was saying, they help because there's not much offset to these, so it sucks the tire in more. The farther it is out, the more chance, you know, any tire has of, you know, becoming in contact and being close to that little edge right there. So a slight little massage in there, and yeah, these are going to be fitting good, and well, it's already looking good. So yeah, I did clean up the tires with some bleach white, and I went over the wheels with the SOS pads and just scrubbed the piss out of them. Normally I'd polish and get them, you know, looking like that or like that. So I was kind of being lazy, but the truth of it is this is my winter beater. So as soon as this next winter hits, this thing's driven in the salt and the brine and everything, and the wheels are just going to go dull, you know, practically overnight. So more mad at myself then for polishing them than I am myself right now for not polishing them. So we're going to rock some dull mags. And that's okay, because even dull slot mags are better than anything else. All right, so I'm gonna get the steering arm replaced here with the corrected geometry one. And the front is, well, the front's done. We'll be on to the rear. So I already showed how to do this in another video, but I'm gonna show you guys again, because why not? I'm doing it, and we'll just hope this spreads around because it's good information. All right, so the trick of doing this is to pull the hub. You can sit here and be on the steering arm all you want, but with these cone washers, you know, that are wedged into place, a lot of times you're beating down on right here, you're making this one go tighter. You're beating down over here, you're making them all go tighter. I mean, they're a pain. They're just a pain in the ass is what they are. That's the truth of it. However, after doing so many of them and trying different methods, I came up with something that actually works really well. Takes a bit more of wrenching, but 5 minutes of wrenching beats, you know, half hour or days of frustration. So you pull the hub off, pull the logging hub, pull the caliper, the rotor, and, you know, the whole hub assembly off there, and you pull the backing plate here, and you get down to where you can hit it at a different spot, and it's basically right in between here. So I'll get this off, and I'll show you guys why. All right, so I got the hub off now. I removed the spindle too, and the you know, backing plate caliper bracket. So a guy can now hit this thing where it's actually going to be beneficial and helping him get these cone washers out of there and this arm off. So you can see, you know, this seam where the arm meets up to the flat top knuckle. It's right here. Well, you're hitting over here, you might be able to get that one, you know, with all this stuff in place. But now this area being exposed, you can hit it right where it counts. And that is right here, and right here. You're not hitting down and making those cone washers be wedged more. You're hitting up on it, making them be wedged more. You're hitting it right where the cone washers are at, where you can cause some shock and make those things unearth and come out of there. Any other way, hitting the arm is just constantly making at least one or all of those cone washers become tighter. So, like you say, 15 minutes, get that crap out of the way, and now you can hit it for 5 minutes where each of those cone washers are at and have them out of there, rather than, you know, a half hour, an hour, or hours trying to get these things out of there, and sometimes even no luck. Hit it where it counts, and that is right here. So I'm gonna put the phone down, start swinging this thing, and I will tell you guys how long it took me to do it. Oh, and one more little tip that I even forgot myself. Put the nuts back on the studs. Don't tighten them, but put them on the studs while you're swinging away here, so you don't whack the stud like I just did and booger up a small part of the threads. So sometimes I even gotta listen to my own advice because I forget. Okay. All right, I got one of them off after about a solid 3 or 4 minutes of hitting it. I did hit my thumb. It feels really nice. But you can see right where I've been hitting it here, and I've already got one up, and that one's starting to come up a little bit too. Thing is, they've been on here so long too, they're not just tight to the, you know, the tapered, you know, seat they're sitting in, but also, you know, to the stud and just the rust they've formed to that. So sometimes you even get them loose, but they don't want to come out because they're just rusty to the stud and you can't really get a good grip on them. Like this one, actually, you can see I'm moving it. It's loose, but I can't pick it out of there because it's just rusty and stuck to the stud now, just, you know, clinging on by those threads and rust. So this one's put up a good fight though, but if you get one loose and you see it moving, try to get it out, because then with one of the washers, you know, cone washers removed, the other ones that are still in place aren't able to grip as good. You know, the arm is going to start being looser and looser the less washers and less, you know, fasteners it has on it. So you get one out, then, you know, keep hitting it, and the other ones will pop soon after. All right, there it is. It's off. Probably about a half hour is what it took me to do this. Long enough for it just to start raining, and gotta get wet out here trying to put a lift kit on his own beater truck. Seems like a familiar place, like I've been here before. It's like I was just in the rain the other day doing something quite similar to this. Deja vu here at Gold City Trucks. Okay, so I'm gonna clean this up with the wire wheel. That's never been off there before. That one's been on there for 50 years. Those have never been off. I know it for a fact. I fought the arm even after the cones were out a little bit, getting it off there, but we got her. So clean this up a bit, get that one on there, and then reassemble this. Put the hub back on, and yeah. Do it this way. You only got to hit it 100 times versus trying to hit it 1,000 times or more with the big hammer. So 100 big hammer hits this way, turn it apart, or 1,000 big hammer hits. That's not taking this stuff off. So I usually always take this stuff off, and it's just a little less frustrating. All right, got the new steering lift arm in place. I'm gonna have to adjust my steering here since this was kind of changed a little bit with my adjusting sleeve. So I'll make sure the wheels are pointing straight and, you know, center the box and get it to where it's happy. And so I'm in the center of the box, and, you know, the axle, wheels, and steering is pointed straight. So I made a little cardboard template here for the filler plate I was talking about for the back of the flatbed. So it's kind of a little rough draft, but this should work. Gonna give this to Reggie, and he'll cut out in his plasma, and we'll get some metal molded in here. Oh, look what the cat jug is. Tommy gate, car trailer and everything. These guys must be coming to haul some junk. Huh. Reed and Tony are here. This is a funny looking 72. What is this? This ain't a 72, Tony. This is the Cummins Turbo Diesel Cheyenne Super. What is this? This isn't a Super. Where's the Houndstooth seat? Where's the good looks?
Sport bumper here on the back.
Yeah, that ain't no chrome sport bumper. What is this?
Can't afford it.
It sounds funny. That ain't no 350. What is this? Jeez.
Oh, definitely.
Reed brought me some goodies. This is for a future side project. You guys got it?
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. These guys show up.
We're here to work.
Here to work. Give me presents. You guys are some good friends. Where's this from, Reed?
Oh man, this came out of the coastal range.
Yeah.
You see the crust says it all.
The crust and the rust and the cracked steering box and
That's
the
right.
what else has it got?
Oh,
What else did it have that was good on it? Not much.
not a whole lot. 14 bolt in the back.
It did.
Yeah, it had an SM465 and a round pattern to it.
Oh yeah.
So.
They did a really nice job of a booger job there.
Yeah.
Reed gifted this to me. I need this for a Longhorn 4-wheel drive conversion we're gonna be doing soon. So gonna build up a 4-wheel drive frame to swap my Longhorn body onto eventually. But guess the guy's gotta start somewhere, right?
That's right.
So the factory front hangers will be perfect. I've got Ryan Riley hangers for the back, but no, this is cool.
If anyone can bring it back to life, it's you.
I guess. Well, that's so kind. Jeez. Cool, man. Thanks for this. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Cool. What do you guys want to do today? I don't know. What do you want to do today?
Welcome, boys. We came to party.
Okay. Sweet. More gifts. Rear sway bar. This is off your Cheyenne, wasn't it? Your green and white?
It was, yep.
Yeah. This is a rear sway bar for a Eaton rear differential truck. Oh, those little brackets, what were these?
Those bolted through here and bolted to the.
Oh, it's just kind of like a clamp?
Yep.
Kind of a clamp setup? Okay.
Figured you could make better ones, but.
No, those are sweet. That's cool. That is very cool.
I'm gonna start making those.
Do the chromes or the aluminums?
Everything.
Reed's stealing my truck.
I think he likes it.
Oh, he'll like it.
He's a man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because his Dodge is a stick.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
always been a stick in the mud.
Stick in the mud. We constantly joke on our group chat, and I always invite these guys to shop night as, well, a big joke because these guys live, what, 8, 9, 10 hours away? So I invited them last night, and here they are. They're here at shop night. They got here a little early, though. It is 10 in the morning.
Left at about 1:15.
What's up with this truck? This chassis? What's going on here? Does this look strange to you?
Burnout machine.
Where's the you know the thing the thing and the thing that goes behind that?
K trucks are there.
Where's the things? I finally got it rolling yesterday, so that was cool. Nice to have it on its feet and moving around. So I had to get that K20 chassis out. It was sitting right here. I had to. Reed's in love. He's gonna pull up and be like, I like that. It's easy, it just shuts off for you. You don't gotta turn the key off. What do you think?
That's my jam.
That's my jam.
Cheyenne Super's getting the manual. No. I like my manual, Sam.
It works just fine, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. As some of those Oregon people say, that's a vibe, and I'm here for
You're
it.
vibing it. Yeah, I think it doesn't idle at all. It just shuts off. You ain't gotta turn the key off.
I know that, but I went to turn around and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
There goes power steering. All right, we're dead.
I know.
Well, it's weird too.
I'm used to it, and
It's
everybody
quiet
hops
till you
in
put
it.
your foot into it too. So
Yeah,
you
it's
don't
not
notice
loud.
It's dead, and then you put your foot in, you're like,
Oh yeah, now it's loud. Yeah.
no, it's great.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm used to it, and I don't care. Everybody hops in like this thing doesn't want to idle. The brakes suck. I'm like, oh, I never noticed. So I'm just used to driving it. The heater core freaking started smelling though, and I just noticed that it's leaking. So I got to put a heater core in it, but always something. It's been sitting for most of winter. Tony, why don't you go drive it?
Sticks are like hubcaps to you.
No good. Tony's a Cheyenne Super snob. He only drives Cheyenne Supers and silver Dodges, I guess, today. What is this?
Man. What you got here?
This is Adam's Blazer frame. This is the body for it here. Super cool guy. He's from Tacoma. What do you think about that, Tony?
Okay, so look at. Jeez, you need some correct hooks on this thing.
Come on. Now he's going to hook shame me. First he's a Cheyenne Super snob. Now he's going to hook shame me. Doesn't even want to drive Big Red. Jeez.
I'm the bad guy.
The bad guy today, huh?
Oh, looks good. Looks better than it did.
Yeah, it needs a lift. They all do.
I like the military shirts.
They look good, don't they?
Tall and skinny.
They're actually in good shape too. I was surprised because these are from the coastal area, me and Fred on that trip, and they were just real mossy. You know, you couldn't tell. I mean, I could tell they were decent, but they never really got dry. And they never, when they sat, they weren't on wheels, so they didn't have air in it. I always think that kind of helped while it sits for as far as like drying and cracking, you know. They just sat there in a tire pile, and there's 5 of them. One of them's kind of chewed up, but these ones are in pretty good shape. They're like 3/4 tread. All right. Tony's first lift kit. So shop night turned into shop day because these guys got here so early. So here's the rundown of our little master plan I came up with. So Big Red, I put together years ago, has a 6-inch lift on it. Pretty much. It's got 6-inch front springs. It's got 4-inch blocks in the back and an add leaf in the back. So it's got about a 5-inch lift back here. I've had these 6-inch springs kicking around for it for, well, a few years too. I've just been too lazy to put them in. Just been too busy driving the truck instead of working on it. So this thing here needs 4-inch blocks in the back to finish its lift kit. Like I said earlier, I want to keep those 1-ton spring pack that they built up for this thing. So we're going to do a little switcheroo. Blocks coming out on Big Red. The new springs are going in, and the blocks are going in the flatbed. So upgrade, hand me down. Something like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's do it. That's my first. I'm new. What do I do?
The screen just goes black, Washington style.
Washington style. It's right over here. See it? The rusty line.
Oh, hey, would you look at that? That looks oddly familiar.
That is a crack. It was broken before. They actually boxed the frame in from the flatbed. Just cracked it and kind of poor attachments, and they fixed it, and they boogered it, and they fixed it, and they boogered it. Yeah. This old girl's been through it, man. She's lived her whole life working on the farm. 40 years of farming will do it to you, I guess. Got a big old crack. Does that make you feel better? Totally didn't take us all day to put those blocks in because we fought spring eyelet bolts, or excuse me, spring pin bolts, shitty blocks, and rusty U-bolt threads. They earned it. They traded drivers. Everybody's gonna take it for a spin now. Does it pass your test?
Like especially on these old 16.5s. Like,
well, I haven't driven on them yet. Those guys are the first to drive it. We just put it together, so.
It's pretty dang good.
Okay, good. You never know you're gonna get with those military tires. They were sitting 10 years and they're good. If they're sitting 10 years and they're bad, you know.
Oh, you'll know when a truck could tread, you know.
Yeah.
Off on 60 miles an hour.
I was telling them, and I think it might have helped because they sat with no tires on them.
Oh,
Or excuse me, they sat with no wheels.
Yeah,
they didn't sit on wheels.
Yeah.
And so they were just sitting there open, and they sat in the coaster. It was nice and wet. So, all right, Tony, what's the consensus?
I like it.
He likes it. It passes the Tony test. But it's not a super.
That's all right.
It's not a banner truck. It's a 4-speed though. Doesn't have hubcaps. Doesn't have hubcaps, man.
Ooh, yeah, I changed my mind. I don't like it.
yeah, kind of the cool thing.
Reggie cut out the filler plates. Look at that. Bada bing, bada boom. A little bit of a hammer, a little bit of a welder. What do you think?
I think you need to go grab the TIG welder.
TIG welder, not. The flatbed is not a TIG truck, Reggie. Nothing about this truck is TIG worthy. This is like arc welder status, this truck. Come on. Flux core. Flux core flatbed. Okay, Devin, everybody else drove the flatbed. You gotta drive it now.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else took it for a spin.
Yeah, everybody's
It's your turn. Keys are in it.
I'll break it.
She's
Keys
nice
are
and
in
tight.
it. Not gonna break it. What do you think about that?
It looks good.
It looks good, doesn't it?
Proper farm truck.
Yeah. Farm truck on 37s. Fit the farm truck budget.
That flatbed must weigh about 2,000 pounds.
Well, enough to crack the frame. We're trying to fix that tonight.
A few times.
More than once. No burnouts. No burnouts. Why don't you go with him, Reggie, and enjoy the K-Truck goodness.
How do you see
No.
I didn't notice until today in the back of the Jeep.
Oh!
Look like four-wheel drive, I think.
You got to get a picture. Send me a picture of it. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Don't let him drive your shit. He's just going to break it. No brakes. No brakes. Break it, why don't you?
What is the secondary?
Hey, I don't know. Look at the carburetor. It's like 4 miles of gunk on top of it. You tell me. All right, so we got a lot going on. We're mostly just making noise, but got my great friends here to help me tonight. So the lift kit, of course, is finishing a flatbed, as we just showed a little bit earlier, and it's looking right. So Reggie brought those plates down. We're kind of doctoring up the rear of the bed, making it look a little bit better and whatnot. And we're getting those 6-inch rear springs stuffed under Big Red. So productive night here. Lots going on. Just some old rusty trucks. No big deal.
From China.
China.
This is not acceptable,
Yeah.
Logan. Not even a little bit.
That's a question for China.
This is a question for China.
Yeah, get that video good. The Oregon boys are wild. They're already on to the second rear lift. So this is a little helper here. Where'd Tony go? No. So one guy can hold it and hold it on the, you know, God, these are such a pain because they're so close to the bedside.
Maybe I don't know.
Might work just,
Shit.
but it saves you from getting your fingers smashed or smashed as bad.
It depends if you can hit it straight the first time.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if we
Is
can.
it just spinning the whole thing?
No, it was.
Haven't broken it loose yet?
Yeah. There we go.
Went a little bit.
Did it?
Yeah, a little bit. Try going the other way. Try tightening. I know, it's just twisting the whole shackle.
Okay.
Yeah, those ones are a freaking pain because there's no room to get on them.
Break apart.
Start spinning.
You got enough lift to break it, Mark.
All right, so we're getting the old springs out of Big Red. We get the new 6-inch lift ones in the back. And Deb, what are you doing other than breaking my freaking truck? Trying to break my truck.
I think I did.
Probably.
Didn't like it.
Gosh. I just got it back and Devin's trying to break it. Jeez, just fixed it. Just made it cooler. Devin's trying to run into the ground.
I was just putting it to the test.
That's
If
true.
It's gonna break for me. It's gonna break for you.
That's the way I drive it too, so that is true.
Yeah, I gotta
It
go.
is true. Reed, you gonna take a nap down there while you're what are you doing?
Not with all these jacksons over here. I ain't taking no nap.
There you go, it's going, it's moving. Yeah, it was moving.
You need it there.
It's moving. Here. Give him, switch him.
I'm eating
Yeah,
this.
give him the weighted.
Here's a slightly larger.
There we go. Now give her a good swing. Tony gets the hammer master.
Hold on, let me see if it'll grow.
Tony's really good at pounding it.
Tony's really good at pounding it. He's nasty at pounding
Tony's gross at pounding it.
Are you on it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I
on
don't think you are.
He's on it.
You It might. It's not the socket. I need to.
We could do a little Texas weave in there and cover that up.
I think you got the right idea.
You just gotta grind a little bit off and long enough. Yeah. Let me down. Well,
That's okay.
you can grind that
I can taper this in, like take it off. You can like cut this little, you know.
Are we using the shackles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone pick me that hammer.
Yeah. There. Need help, Jesse?
I know the taste
Okay.
of history. All that old rust coming out there. The fake. I'm just doing a washing style.
Washing style, he says. Doing a washing style. Sponsored by Monster. We're pretty much just making loud noises tonight. Is it budging?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're getting her. Sweet. Sweet. The bed off, easy. Sledgehammer and 2 guys, you got it, you know, but the bed on's a bitch. Yeah, yeah, sure. Good idea. We got lift kit expert Jesse. Our local lift kit expert Jesse. Something like that, right? What kind of title are we going to give you? I mean,
I don't know.
we call you a Ford guy or local lift kit expert.
I'd prefer that. Do you have a shorter pry bar?
I do, yeah. Yeah, I'll get one for you. Reggie's going to tell you my welder sucks. Does my welder suck, Reggie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Lincoln.
Come on now. It's 175 plus. Look, it's even endorsed by NASCAR. It has to be good.
It's commie red.
Oh, come on now.
What are we running?
She will do it
030?
by feel.
Is it 030 in there?
I think so. It might be 2-3.
No, it's 030.
That's real.
Do you follow the chart?
Well, that's a good start.
I just cranked her up to D.
Yeah, dude. Just throw her on G for gangster and
Yeah, it says G9.
9 for 69 and just send it, dude.
We're gonna go G.
The more stickers you put on it, just the better welder it's going to be.
No, it's just the faster it welds.
Faster it welds, yeah.
You got the spring in.
Yeah, come on now. Did you get it, Jesse?
I did.
Put up a fight. You know what, actually? Those were probably not too bad. I've had ones that have been a lot worse. Those
This
are.
is like, yeah, totally. This is expected.
I knew. I was like,
This is the
God,
best case
like these are gonna be shitty. We did the flatbed blocks first before doing those for a reason. We left this for tonight for a reason. We knew you were coming. Oh, here, Reed, you can put it in the sorry, back of that random brown one over there. I just you can throw it in the back of there. Tonight. Oh, that looks great, Reggie. Yeah, that looks good. It looks too good, Reggie. Sweet. We're finagling these big springs into place. They can be a treat sometimes because they got to be, put in place while they're unsprung, and then it can be hard because they got to be sprung into place. They don't sell them. There's only one muffler smaller than that, and that is no muffler. That is the absence of a muffler. Keep going, Jesse. It's doing the right thing. Keep going with this one right here. Keep tapping it there. It was doing the right thing. Going right into place. Yep. Now go from the bottom. It should. Oh, a couple of those back and forth. We'll get it. We'll get it. Go back forward. Keep going more forward. All right, now up again. One. Oh, slow down. Okay, get one more good tap. One more. Oh, easy, 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 breezy. You could actually get that a good little tap, Rudy. And there it is. Perfect. Look at that. Sweet. What's happening over there? Holy moly.
Look at that over there, though. It looks great.
What's going on over there?
We let you have it.
Why isn't your spring in place? Oh, jeez.
Did he do like wee woo?
Hang on, I can bring the diff down more. Here. It can go down quite a bit. No, it just needs to be undone, see? It's almost there, you guys will get it.
You push or you pull, I'll push. Where's me, man?
Sweet. Where's me mallet?
It's me.
They're big springs.
Little tap from the back.
What are you guys doing over there?
You want a bigger hammer?
We almost got it.
It's the medium.
Almost. Yeah, that might help. Where's the other bolt?
The other what?
The other bolt.
Oh, it's over there somewhere. Yeah. Here's the. I'll stick these ones on.
Bolt. It was me.
Oh, oops.
Wait, are you going outside in or inside out?
Outside in.
Okay.
Yeah. Towards the inside of the truck. The only one that's gonna be different is the shackle bolt. We got the Idaho state flag.
He's in his force field.
That's the Idaho state flag, Reggie. Blue tarp. Oh, looks great, Reggie.
Yeah.
You're your shit talking my welder. Best beads you ever laid
Yeah, right.
on the rustiest truck around. Looks great. All right, what's going on over here? Reed, are you making love to this thing or what? What's going on?
Organ bashing.
Oregon bashing it. It looks good. Reg, you rock. That looks too good.
Now you gotta let it rust.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna paint it. Yeah.
Let your dog pee on it.
There we go.
Oh.
Where's that letter? Can you say more hands make for less work?
What?
Like that.
Oh, I was like,
Nobody's
who drove something actually decent here?
Are we gonna have to lift up the back of the truck?
Oh yeah.
I think it'll do it. I think it's close. It'll do it. Because you can put a jack underneath the springs. The springs are so, like, you know, huge and have so much arch to them.
If we get a hack under this spring,
Underneath the, yeah, it'll do it.
front or rear?
Either or. Probably front. You probably get a better, more sure-footed from the front. Get it jacked up a bit, and then the guy can get the axle in place without having to finagle too much more.
nice.
There we go.
Big
Whoa.
man getting some love today.
Very nice. Taste the rust. Taste the rust rainbow. This is uptown now, man. This is something. Reggie says it's not his best work. I think it is.
It's something.
I think it is his best work, actually. I think he's lying.
Go take some video of the Navico wheel.
No, we already got a YouTube video on that. This is where you really come to shine. Tony, you're the best, dude. Finishing the job. We all quit.
Tony's a finisher every time, let me tell you.
Yeah.
He never disappoints.
Best of the best. Tony Hayes, let me tell you. What a gentleman.
That was fucking tight.
Dude, Shane Gillis, you guys watch his?
yeah.
So funny. So funny. So funny. Yeah, please. Please. Jamie Foxx's is good too.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx and yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. Really? I'm zooming in on the action, Tony. What's going on down here?
We'll need a final torquing, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just trying to make them
yeah.
evenly spaced. You know.
Very nice. Looks
Yes,
great.
sir. You want me to pull that tarp over here? Yeah. Okay. Coming in.
They flattened out quite a bit. That's good.
The old Joe weather check.
Yes, they are. They're going back on here for one more time. One more little round of driving.
From monster truck to monster truck.
Yeah.
There you go.
Tony's fiddling.
Look at this.
Don't mind me.
You can't,
Tony's fiddling with my nuts.
you can't recreate this. This is from
Dude, the
Mother
other
Nature.
one has got the scary. It's got a little flapper on it, and that's what scared me. I was like,
this
okay,
one
that's
right here.
dude. Yeah, okay.
This
This is the last.
it's carrot.
You know what? I know where I'm gonna put him.
Dale.
Dale. Yeah.
Bias plug.
No, these should smoke good. Well, it's had Thornbirds on it for 5-6 years of burnout, so some more Interco hard rubber mutter should make some more smoke. They're going on Dale.
Yeah.
But back on Big Red for just a little bit. I'll do them. We'll get it back down the ground and torque the things. What are you doing over here? What are you playing with?
What happened to that Cheyenne?
That's like the best one ever.
That's the best one ever.
Black.
That's the best one ever.
AC.
That's the best spit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
As far as like across the whole spectrum of it, K20, it's still AC automatic, cab lights, black. Black's the biggie. Black Cheyenne Super. What green interior? What else is it?
Camper special.
Yeah, that is a good. Yeah, it's a stack trim mold's custom camper. Was it? Is
Happened to
a
that poor guy?
is manual throttle, AC, and what else? Oh, second tank. There was something else that was impressive. It was it's got heavy springs front and rear. Of course, big spicers up front. There was something else that was kind of cool about it. Oh, tach. It's got tach. Yeah. Got tachometer. That was it. Yeah. It only also could have would be bucket seats and like a traction rear end if it had a.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tow hooks. Where's the tow hooks?
No tow hooks on a chrome bumper truck. You should know that by now. Come on. Shame on you. You gotta stay here and study. Yeah.
Literature.
Back to school.
Literature.
Back to school.
This is the library. Check
You
out
are
all
forced
the
to read all these spits
Look at all these
before the end of the night. Yeah.
But what about Calvin's Cheyenne?
Yeah.
Tow hooks on the spit and a Cheyenne package on the spit.
tow hooks
And Cheyenne package on the spit.
Basically a stripper model.
Yeah.
It was long wheelbase C10, wasn't it?
The tow hooks.
I want to do a spit episode on this one next. A guy named Marcus sent it to me. He found a truck in the junkyard. He's like, I got something for you. I was like, dude, that is sick. I will proudly display it.
What's the deal with that? Cheyenne. Tow hooks listed on the spit.
Oh, it could happen. It's just when they're being built down the line, Chevrolet's like, hey, don't put hooks on a chrome bumper truck. Yeah, or one can slip out the
What
cracks,
was the
you
long
know.
wheelbase? What was the long box?
127. Slip through the cracks.
Have you seen the picture of the brochure that has all the different special editions?
He's so cool, dude.
There,
Yeah.
half of them are like.
Oregon boys did such a good job with the first test drive. They get the honors. You got to keep it running. Idle? I mean, come on. That's idle is optional. You got to work for it. You're good.
Take it down some bumpy roads.
Something like that. I bet you it rides better.
Just to get the.
I hope these weren't parts.
No, yeah. Oh, we got leftover parts.
Oh, shit.
We just made it better. No, this is real nuts. We should be
Weight
okay.
reduction. No, I know.
Why'd you put your girly bears, Doug?
Devin's eyeing the flatbed now. All of a sudden, he's in love. I put a lift and 37s on it. He's ready to trade in his cherry square body on a beater flatbed. Ta-da! Gosh, look at that. Yeah, hey. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll keep my flatbed. No thanks. Okay, so this bird's been hanging out all week. Where's the poop? It's all okay. Here it is.
Right here.
I had it parked there because I was working on it. He's been running to the window for all week long, and he's been shitting all over my truck. Look at this.
The mirror.
Yeah.
All the way down. Don't fill it up.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Poop everywhere. So I think I kind of accomplished what I wanted to here, though, because I was trying to get this to sit level. And it's a little bit tail dragging, but I've got stuff on the bed. That's okay. I've got, you know, 500 pounds of shit back there.
The shocks are worth more than the truck.
Okay, easy now. Easy now with the insults. I know.
That was a compliment, kind of.
Bilsteins. I know. We got $500 Bilsteins on a $500 truck. I know. Gosh. Listen to him.
Yeah. Hammer down.
You hear the swampers over the truck.
Hear it popping already.
Oh, it died. Nope, nope. You in love?
Oh, that's my jam. That's my jam.
So you're keeping the 4-speed in your truck then?
Oh, absolutely.
There's no other way to do it, man.
Only one way. Absolutely not.
Yeah, come on now. He's trying to hide his excitement. Tony's in love too. Taking the LS out and the 480 out, putting back in a small block and 4-speed. Right? Nah. Oh yeah.
Every season, a little more white shirts.
I know. And more paint wears off. It's starting to be big pink now.
Big pink.
Got the plan. We're gonna do a Dana 60 in the front, or 0 rates right now. 0 rates and Dana 60, 8-inch lift. We'll take these 36s off because they're just too small now, and we'll run the 38.5s off the Super on Big Red. New tires.
Ooh.
New tires. Slot mag still. 8-inch lift, 38s. Bigger Big Red.
Bigger, big red.
Tony's contemplating it. He can't.
Tons and 40s. Bigger drop.
Tons and 40s.
Bigger drop hitch.
Bigger drop hitch.
Gnarly, dude. That's
Dude, I'm
gross.
Gross at running 40s.
The difference in the driving on those, that old worn out truck drives like this truck looks like what we're in.
Like a half worn out truck. The fully worn out truck drives like the half worn out truck looks. Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Experience that you think you're gonna get when you look at this truck is way off of what it actually does.
God, you guys are being so nice now, so kind. So kind. Yeah, but Big Red literally probably has 100 more horsepower than that thing does.
Yeah.
It'll walk that thing. And it was actually not so bad anymore. Well, excuse me, not even worse now, because before it wasn't so bad in the little wheelbarrow tires, but now it's on the 37s as a dog.
Take this fucking 8,000-pound flatbed off the back of it.
That might help.
Advantage.
The more I look at it, it's never coming off. They so arc welded on every inch and corner of that flatbed. I'm like, it's staying. There's no way taking it off. It's permanent. It's permanently on there. It is. It will get. It could get a different cab and front clip, but the bed is staying on there. It is fixated.
Bed is never coming off of this truck.
Ever.
Never again.
This flatbed.
Greatest flatbed ever?
This flatbed.
Possibly, but maybe the greatest.
One of the flattest. One of the flattest of the beds. Best. Let me tell you about the flatbed. And I know my flatbeds better than anybody. One of the flattest. Everybody knows it. Ask anybody. Flattest of beds. That's how these guys do it down in Oregon. This is a Oregon build here. We got the chrome winch bumper. We got the canopy. We got the Coors Banquet. We got the big lift. Big lift. We got the gumbo mutters. Tony has the same tires. And this is a copy, a replica of Tony's truck.
Winch bumper, chrome winch.
Oh yeah, winch bumper too. Yeah. See? Wow, look at that, Tony.
And even got the cop
Oh yeah, highway patrol. Look at that.
pulling us over.
Wow. DUI. All right, so as you guys can tell, I've got some of the best friends around, and they're willing to come hang out and, for the low cost of some cold beers, help me lay underneath my junk and work on my old rusty trucks. So big thanks to Tony and Reedon for coming up from Oregon with presents. Again, thanks for that, guys. And for hanging out the whole day and turning it into a shop day, not a shop night. And for the rest of the guys, Devin, Reggie, Doug, and Jesse for coming over and you know, hanging out and helping us out on these trucks. It's just fun. Shop nights are a blast. We like doing them, and this was a really productive one last night. It was cool to get the flatbed lift done and get it back on the road. And like you say, Reggie cut out both those plates, and he got here and said, no, I'm welding them on, and he killed it. They look sick. This will make this thing look a little better than it was, and I'm gonna do a little more fixing up and kind of sprucing it up a little bit across here and whatnot. So it kind of just looks a little better. And Reedon had a good idea this morning. He goes, hey, why don't you put a factory side marker right here? And that actually, you know, would look sick. You know, factory rear side marker, you know, kind of like that right there. And that's a really good idea. I think I might actually do that. So good job, Reedon. He had the grand idea this morning. Good idea. So no, it's cool to get this all back together, back on the road. Just got a few more little things to button up on this rear bumper, you know, flatbed area. And sweet to get those rear springs on old Big Red. It's one of those things, they've been sitting around for so long. I'm like, damn, why didn't I do that sooner? You know, that's what it needed. And it drives a lot better now with the rear springs. Of course, it's always something. Heater core is leaking like a sieve. I could just start to smell it when I drove it over here to the shop for us to, you know, work on it here. And I was going, man, that smells like a heater core. And I noticed it was dribbling just a little bit. And then we came back this morning and there was a puddle underneath of it. So gotta do a heater core. That's okay. It could be worse, but just got our new rear springs now. No more blocks. No, it's cool. Old Big Red got some attention. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Hope you guys enjoyed us just goofing off. I'm sure you guys do stuff just like us and can relate to a lot of it. But appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. More 67 to 72 content soon.